Well, Coca-Cola, you really screwed up this time when you pissed off your largest customer base in the Hispanic community.
I don't know how I wound up on the side of TikTok with Latinos versus Coca-Cola, but I am here for it. I don't even know what Coca-Cola did yet. I gotta go look it up. But before I do that, I am enjoying every single minute of all the content that I'm looking up that's coming along my timeline. If there's one thing TikTok has taught me about Latinos, it's that they are fiercely loyal, and honey, they will retaliate. And it will be serious. Just last year, it was reported that Pepsi got dropped down to number 3 in best selling soft drinks in America for the longest time, for decades. Coke was number 1, Pepsi was number 2, and Dr. Pepper was number 3. Right now, Dr. Pepper is number 2, and that's about to change. That's about to change real soon. I have no doubt about it. Latinos have clearly made a stand, and they are 10 toes down for Pepsi, and I am behind you all the way.
Guys, this is funny because I really feel like Coca-Cola is petty. Oh wow, they decided to call ICE on their own foreign employees. And you know what? Latinos are saying, you know what? Let our dollar speak as well. You betrayed us, we're gonna betray you too.
Mexicans, Mexican Americans, Latinos, to the front of the room, please. This is a very important phase in our boycott journey, okay? The apologies are gonna start coming in. Once they start feeling the money, don't go back to our toxic exes. Do you hear me? They don't love you. They just love the benefits you provided for them. Trust me, there are companies out there that will beg the Mexican consumer to come shopping. No need to go back to toxic exes. Los tóxicos son ellos. Same thing with Target. We don't support spaces that don't love us. Every single part of us. Do you see what I'm saying? From now on, we only shop at companies grateful for our dollar, respect us, respect our culture, respect our values. Because isn't that what capitalism is all about? It breeds innovation. It breeds competition. Consumer should always have the upper hand. And you do. You have just forgotten that. So remember this very clearly. You're the price. You're the price, not the other way around. No brand is too big to fail. Remember Blockbuster? Remember Sears? Remember Compaq? No company is guaranteed to last forever.
I know damn well Coca-Cola didn't do that. But I really shouldn't be surprised. Coca-Cola did not hire all those immigrants knowing that they were immigrants and then turn around and call ICE. Did they really do that? They turned around and called ICE and then had ICE come into the plant and arrest them all and haul them off. That's some cold mess right there. Well, I guess Latinos, y'all know what y'all need to do, right? If y'all haven't started doing it already. Aren't you guys the number one consumers of Coca-Cola? We are perfect examples for you guys. Y'all don't like to listen to nothing that we say, so you might just want to take a play out of our playbook.
So Mexicans are boycotting Coke. My abuelita used to give me Coke for headaches, stomach aches, toothaches. Coke was the fix for everything, and it worked. Till this day, I will drink a Coke for a headache. Coke runs through our veins, so this is really hard to boycott. No doctor, no diabetes, no high blood pressure, no nothing stopped us from drinking Coke. But the minute that Coke does not support minorities, we boycott. So this is one of the hardest ones for me, besides Starbucks, because how am I gonna have my pozole? No Coke? My taquitos, my flautas, my huaraches. How am I gonna eat all this food without a Coke? I have to find an alternative, like Shasta or, I don't know, something that tastes similar, because there is no way that as a Mexican, I can have Mexican food without my Coke.
After this Coca-Cola situation, if you're going to take away only one thing, let it be that supply and demand works. I'm sick and tired of listening to people just whine about the government not doing this, not doing that, especially when it comes to environmental issues. You need to think about what you can do. All of this crying and not thinking about the actions that you can take as an individual is almost absolving yourself of guilt and accountability for when you're not taking initiative in things that you can genuinely do something about. If you don't agree with something, stop buying it. Stop supporting the thing that you're in contention with. Did you see the way Coca-Cola stocks crashed? People were talking about the performative activism of Ben and Jerry's. Support Ben and Jerry's, and they will support you. Money moves. Your money is your vote.
I didn't know the Latinos were boycotting Coca-Cola, but seems like them sales are plummeting. An apology from a corporate company? Well, that's kind of crazy. In the Trump administration? No less. That's nuts.
Coca-Cola is in trouble for laying off thousands of Latin American workers at Servo's bottling plant in Texas, but that's not the end of it. What made it worse was that they turned over their own employees to ICE after terminating them. Not only is this action by Coca-Cola justify a boycott, but let's talk about the legal aspect of it too. The action by Coca-Cola violates a federal law that a lot of people are overlooking, and it is called the Immigration and National Origin Act. It prohibits termination based on national origin. So this federal law prohibits an employer from terminating, even recruiting, hiring, or terminating an employee based on someone's place of birth, their country of origin, or because they sound foreign. So if you have a bunch of people that you suspect are illegal or undocumented, or you were involved in trafficking them to your facility, your bottling plant, then you really can't terminate them and then turn them over to ICE, because then you violate this federal statute. And the statute's written really clearly. It says you cannot discriminate against someone based on their national origin or citizenship status.
Since Coca-Cola owns a lot of other drinks, wanted to give you guys alternatives for what to pick out at the store instead. Obviously, Pepsi is one of them. I'm sorry to tell you this, but Topo Chico is owned by Coca-Cola now. So you can go with LaCroix or Spindrift for sparkling waters. Perrier and San Pellegrino also are not owned by Coke, but they're owned by Nestle, who is also problematic. He's the guy that wants to privatize access to water, so I would maybe not drink those. Juice alternatives, you can do Tropicana, Honest Tea, Tasso tea, sports drinks, Gatorade, Celsius, Electrolyte, Ghost Energy. I've never drank those. And then other soda alternatives, you can do Jarritos, obviously. For coffee, you can do, like if you want the canned coffees, you can do La Colombe. I think that's how you pronounce it. Or stock cold brew. For water, you can do Poland Spring, Fiji water, Evian, no Dasani, no Smart Water, no Powerade. They are owned by Coca-Cola.